Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be filming a complexion updated routine, I think, for the most part. If you watched my last video, I of course was not able to film an ending and I was so bummed. My camera ended up timing out, my battery died. I think my space on my camera also was just at its capacity, so I thought, you know what, I owe it to my viewers, a few of you guys, to really film a ending, but slash a complexion routine, because I didn't do a complexion routine on my last video. It was really all about the eyes. My liner wasn't working for me. Oh, what is that? Oh, no. Anyway, so I have switched up my foundation routine just a little bit. I feel like there's like a hair right here. It's driving me nuts. So in case you're wondering why I look so washed out, I have on just my foundation right now. I don't have on concealer, contour, anything. It is literally just foundation. And so it's a get ready with me foundation update, if that makes any sense. So grab a quick little snack. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video. I'm thinking like 10-15 minutes tops. That's all I have time for, so that's what we're gonna do. And I just want to share with you guys what I'm personally doing right now for my foundation. I've been trying out a whole bunch of new products and a whole bunch of new products, that sounded weird, a whole ton of new products, I don't know, and I've been liking a lot of them. I think I'm still figuring out a couple of them, so as I'm doing this video, I'll share with you guys what I'm liking, what I'm still experimenting with, and all of that fun stuff. So let's do this. I would love for you guys to do your complexion with me as well. And so if you're needing to, pause this video, grab what you need, and let's do our foundation together. Okay, so like I said, I do have my foundation on, and what I'm currently wearing right now is, I thought I had everything organized, but there goes the motorcycle. Okay, so in my last video, I told you guys that I really like this, and I do really like this foundation, but I was telling my mom about it, and she was saying that my foundation looked very flat, and I have to agree with her. It did look very flat. I like how it stays on forever, but I just feel like, I don't know, my skin looked a little bit dull. So anyway, what I have been doing, where the heck is my other foundation? Oh, here it is. I've actually been mixing this with this, which may seem like an interesting concoction, but I have this on right now and I really like it. I had this on yesterday as well, and I really liked it as well, but I've been switching up how I've been doing it. So anyway, I do have on, again, these mixed together. In case you guys are curious, I'm Golden Sand in the milk, and in the LA Girl, I'm light tan. So I have those two mixed, and what I'm gonna do now is my concealer. So shockingly, I've been using the Wet n Wild concealer. I'm gonna be getting ready, I think, here, and also using a handheld as well, so we'll kind of play with both of them. I did feature this in my February favorites, I think, and it was funny because I had two of my girlfriends text me and they were like, are you really liking the Wet n Wild concealer? And I was like, yeah, why would I lie about that? So they were shocked that I was going for a Wet n Wild concealer because, you know, I definitely can get my hands on luxury brands if that's what I'm wanting, but I actually really like this concealer. So anyway, I use the Wet n Wild concealer. Oh shoot, I normally put a little bit of the Light Boost as well. Let's go ahead and just add a little bit of that on top. So I'm going to add a little bit of Light Boost, which is of course MAC. You can't go wrong with MAC. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and look like a little kitty cat for a second. You could definitely highlight, I mean, wherever you want, down the bridge of your nose, forehead. I don't always do that. I mean, I just feel like if that's what I want, I can get that with my powders and whatnot, you know? So I do also have my lip on, obviously, because I did actually have my whole entire makeup done because I actually went into work this morning, but I had a pretty quick day today. So I came home and I was doing some work, and then I decided to film a video for you guys. So yeah. I mean, your makeup isn't complete unless you make a couple crazy faces. Okay, so pretty quickly, I'll probably buff that in a little bit more because I normally have my setting powder ready to go, but I didn't have it quite ready because I'm always thrown off a little bit when I'm like filming about, you know, my routine and whatnot. So oh, actually, while hello, elephant in the room. So huge sponge, I know. But this is that sponge I was telling you guys about, and I really, really like it. I mean, yes, it's like insanely large and probably looks really, really weird, but I actually really, really like it. Okay, so I don't normally do a lot of baking, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't really want to do this step. I'm using the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. I don't normally want to have to do this because I don't really like to bake, honestly, and I don't always have time. But my under eye has just been creasing regardless. I probably look like a psycho right now, but this is literally what I do. Okay, so I'm just going to take, that's not the brush I wanted to use. I'm going to take, what brush do I want to use? Oh, here we go. So this is the Morphe M438, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. powder. It's the finishing powder in Fair Light. I did actually feature this in a haul video. And so what I do is I just dust a tiny little amount on my brush, and then I dust away that baking powder / setting powder. And it just gives me a gorgeous, refined under eye. I love this method that I've been doing. So if you notice, I haven't set my entire face. I just use that product to set underneath my eye. Okay, so now to set my entire face, I use the Clinique Transparency No. 3 setting powder. So what's cool is if you guys notice, and if you guys have watched any of my previous videos, I was going to use a Morphe 527, which I like, but this I also featured. This is the Multipurpose brush, and this is by, it's a brand that I found at Walmart. I'll definitely list it down below. But it's a brand that I think they're just tools. So they have like sharpeners. They may have had eyelashes, but they also had a couple brushes. And this is one of them, and it's so good. And I'm pretty sure this brush was like $6. So super, super inexpensive. That Morphe brush is really inexpensive too, but the bristles on this one is just a little bit softer. Okay, so I've set my entire complexion. So now I'm going to go and add in some dimension. What do I want to use today? So I definitely am going to use these guys. These are the Makeup Revolution products. So I'm for sure going to use these. But as far as to like give me some depth, I'm going to use something obviously a bit more matte. So what do I want to use? I think I'm going to go in with MAC Gimme Sun. Yeah, let's do MAC Give Me Sun. So there is that. I'm like looking over here like, what brush do I want to use? Let's use this guy. Nope, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the Morphe 523. It's a little dirty. It's a little dirty. And we're just going to warm up our face. I'm not used to using such a small little mirror. I'm definitely going to buff that in a lot more, but I'm just going to go over here really fast. I need to slow down. I don't know why I go so fast. Actually, I do. I'm just used to getting ready so fast. So I've just developed that method. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I say that a lot. Okay, so we're going to contour in our hairline just a little bit, just to warm up. I normally will style my hair last because I usually go into my hair so that you're not seeing any sort of like harsh lines. So just a little trick if possible. I would definitely recommend styling your hair after finishing your makeup if possible. Okay, so we're gonna take just a little bit down our nose, just a tiny little bit. I don't do too much because this is a little bit warm, so I don't want it to be like overly noticeable. Okay, so let's now go in with Makeup Revolution, star of the show. I said that in my last video too about the Amrezy, I don't know how to say her name. These are such a pain in the butt to open, and it could just be with nails, I don't know, but drives me nuts. We're still opening. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so for this, I normally take a blush brush. I would show you. Okay, it's dirty, I know, whatever, don't judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of Shook, which is this guy here, and I'm gonna actually apply this as my cheek color. I would say be careful because these are super pigmented, and is that a weird angle? Let me try and face this way. Okay, so okay, that is pretty. I love these palettes, guys. If you've not tried these, it was like $20. And it's really, really pretty. I love this. Okay, so I'm still getting used to not being as heavy-handed because these products are just that good. So if you have to buff away a little bit, that's okay. That's not normally what you should do. You should be able to control it. But, I mean, like I said, I'm just not used to these yet. Okay, so now for blush, there's a couple blushes in there. I'm thinking I might be able to use Poser, which is this guy. So if I use more of the bottom versus the top, I think I can get away with that. So let's try that. I'm going to use a Wet n Wild P70. What's that line from Finding Dory when he's like, or she's like, P70? No, that's not what it is. But something like that. When she's like trying to find the Australia location or whatever, or she's in Australia. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm noticing I'm creasing a little bit by my nose. So I just need to get in there a little bit more with my sponge. Okay, that's pretty. I'm going to say that a lot throughout these videos because I do really genuinely like these products. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of powder and just get on the sides of my nose just a little bit. Like I said, you got to make a couple crazy faces, you know what I mean? Okay, did I get foundation on that? Yes, I did. Okay, so before applying my highlight, I'm going to go in with the ultimate fave. This is the Tatcha-Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a love-hate relationship with this. Now that I have figured out when to use it and how to use it, I really, really love it. Especially because this foundation, I love the way that it looks as far as like the coverage. Okay, let me rephrase. I love the coverage. I love the color, but it does make my skin look a little bit flat. So I've been using and utilizing this to give my complexion that like luminosity and that great sheen. So this has definitely been doing that for me. So I've been loving it now, but before, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really care for it. So I think if you figure out how to use it, you'll definitely really, really love it, but it's just a matter of, again, figuring it out. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Amrezy, and we're going to apply that to the tops of our cheek, like so. This is really, really pretty, guys. It was so cute. One of my girlfriends, she was texting me, and telling me that her and her daughter were watching, oof, got a little heavy-handed there. They were watching my, I think it was my last haul video when I was talking about this product. And she was like, yeah, me and my daughter, or no, she said her daughter thought it was so cute and so funny when I was like, I'm gonna wait for you guys to go get this. But yeah, it was super, super cute. Okay. I literally want to apply this all over my face. It's so pretty. I definitely feel like this is that dewy skin mist. I don't know why I didn't figure out how to use it sooner, because it's just so good. Okay, yeah, that highlighter and that blush combo is really, really nice. Okay, so I've applied so much powder, I definitely need to touch up my mascara. So you already know, Hypnose Drama. I sometimes put my mascara in my brow because my brow is pretty dark, so I can get away with that. Did you see how I like kind of hesitated, like, are these people gonna think I'm nuts? Yeah, that happened. I don't have false lashes on today, if you could not tell. Today was a pretty casual day, so yeah, I didn't do false lashes. Okay. I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something. That just seemed way too easy. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so overall synopsis, because some things were kind of new for me. Like I said, I wasn't loving this, but now that I figured out how to use it, I really, really love it. So if you are oily and you think, you know, I can't use this, it's about figuring out when you can use it. I did also play with another product that was really, really similar to this, but a little less expensive. I'm trying to remember who it was by. Dang it. I don't know. If I remember, I'll list it down below. But I mean, this, if anything, get a trial size to figure it out. I actually really, really like this. You guys already know how I feel about my Milk foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. These partnered with one another, mixed together, I've really, really been loving. This is really great, but you know, for me, I'm oily, yes, but I guess I'm like sometimes combination, so maybe I just don't like how mattifying it is right now. But if you're insanely oily, then you're gonna absolutely love this. I don't know, I think I'm just being really picky, but I do really, really like that. The Anastasia Amrezy, when I first opened it, yes, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And then when I was using it, I was just kind of like, it's pretty, but I don't know if it's necessary. But it's all about really allowing for it to melt into the skin. I feel like it becomes a little bit more pigmented when you allow for that to happen. And then if anything, just go back with a second layer. And then when you do that, it is absolutely stunning. So I totally, totally recommend this. And if anything, it's just great to have as like a collector because it's so beautiful and it is limited edition, so you can't go wrong with that either. This e.l.f. foundation, or I guess finishing powder, I absolutely love it, and the packaging is also really, really beautiful. I want to get the color that's actually closest to my foundation to see what I think of that. But as far as using it to buff away my setting powder underneath my eye, I absolutely love it. I feel like it makes the skin so soft and so airbrush. So I totally have been loving this as well. The trick of setting my under eye, if you're having any sort of creasing issues and you just can't figure it out, try using, okay, this is dirty, but try using a little puff and then just dusting that away rather quickly so that you're not insanely baking. I think that that really does make a nice difference. I've also been loving this Morphe M523. I love the density. I love the preciseness. I love the quality. Like, it's super sturdy, super luxurious feeling, to be honest with you. I actually have a Tom Ford brush that's a little bit similar to this, a little bit larger, but as far as the make goes, they feel very similar. So I'm super, super impressed with this. You guys already know I have been loving this. It's so big and a little bit obnoxious, but honestly it works super well. And this is definitely something like if I travel, I'm gonna take this. I love this that much, and that's pretty rare. And every time I look at it, I just laugh because it seems so ridiculous, but honestly it works really, really amazingly. So I totally recommend this as well, and it's super inexpensive. Every time I talk about it, I have to like flip it. So there's that. These, I need to play with this one a little bit more, not because I don't like it, but because I've just been so stuck on this guy. But this is gorgeous, guys. Like, it's totally worth it. That highlighter extra, I used that in my last video, and honestly I took the tiniest little bit and it was so pigmented and so beautiful and so blinding. So I totally recommend that. Lastly, I didn't use this in the video, but I can go ahead and spray some on right now if there's any left. I ended up, it's like running out. I ended up getting this, yeah, it's like totally gone, in my gratis right before I left Sephora. And I have to be honest with you, I went through the whole bottle and I don't remember what I thought about it, as far as, I don't know if there was anything that I like insanely loved about it, but I also wasn't dissatisfied with that, if that makes any sense. It kind of reminds me of like the Smashbox water, as far as it really hydrates my skin. And then if anything, I've been using this to spray on my eyeshadow brushes after dipping into my eyeshadow, and it makes them super, super pigmented and also very metallic. I've been trying to avoid wetting my brush and then dipping into my shadow because I feel like it does harden my shadow just a little bit. So if anything, to use this after you've dipped into your eyeshadow to make them more pigmented. How many times can I say eyeshadow? It's totally worth it for that reason. I think it's like $14, maybe $16. So I will definitely leave a list of everything that I used in the description box. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down below. But that is currently my foundation routine, and I honestly am really, really loving it. And yeah, I wanted to share with you guys like an updated complexion routine. I don't know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's always so weird. My thumb is like barely in there. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notifications. I already told you, whoops. I already told you YouTube has this weird algorithm that I'm still trying to figure out. But yeah, I don't want you guys to miss my videos. Thank you guys so much for your support. I've been getting really amazing comments and text messages and all of that fun stuff. So again, thank you guys so, so much for all of your love and support. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye.